Hey, how y'all doing? It's Kellen with ZuLand Boerboels. I'm coming to you today. And today, man, I'm going to be talking about introducing the puppies to loud noises. Trying to get them familiar with different sounds at an early age. Today is Sunday. On Tuesday, they'll be 3 weeks old. So that's what I'm about to start doing. This morning, I did it somewhat to see how they would react. And man, they did good, man. You know, what they did was, what I did was, it's a top that's on the weapon box. So what I did was kind of slam the weapon box down to see how they would react. And so two of them kind of barked and growled. The other one was looking around, but none of them looked like they were scared. That's the good thing. That's a good sign. That's what I wanted to see if they had their Boerboel instinct, their fearless instinct at an early age, and they got it, y'all. So that's something that I did this morning, and man, I was happy that I seen that, because the last thing that I want to do is release a pup to a family and the dog be skittish. And so that's something that I don't like in dogs. When they have that, I think that you can curb that at a young age, and that's something that I'm trying to do. I didn't see it, so I don't have to do it. The only thing I need to keep doing is keep doing what I'm doing as far as introducing them to different sounds. And we go from there, man, you know, but I'm gonna have a video of me doing it. I just did it this morning. I didn't have my phone by me, but I'm gonna put it into effect. My bad, that was a bee or bug or something flew in my ear, but it ain't go in there, but it was close to it. But yeah, man, so I slammed the top down, and I was very excited to see their reaction and how they dealt with it. And so, you know, at 3 weeks old, man, they barking. You know, they caught me off guard, but you know, it's a little puppy bark, you know, something like that. But man, I was excited to see it. But like I say, I'm gonna introduce them to more sounds, try to socialize them. Me and my family been picking up the puppies a lot more so they can get used to the handling of a human, the human touch, you know, so that's something that we've been doing, just trying to deal with them on that. As of right now, I got Nova out here with me to give the puppies a break, to give her a break, so she can get familiar with outside and they can get familiar to doing their own thing, exploring more. Because what I notice is when they're by themselves, their personalities come out. You know, when she not around, you'll see them playing with each other. They barely moving, but they already trying to bite on each other and throw their paw at each other. So that's a good thing, man. You know, they good, healthy puppies already, and that's a good sign. That's something that I like to see. And, you know, that's the main focus. You know, both of their parents are good and healthy, big dogs. You know, man, they stay up on that zoo right now. He, come on. Okay. What's up, fat man? What's up? He wants some attention. He just wants some love. You gonna shake the folks out the screen, man? What's up? But that's all, though, man. What's wrong? Let y'all see Tooth. He just wants some love. That's all it is. Want some attention. Here come Nose. No shit. She got some water. But yeah, though, man. So that's something that I like to see. I got a couple things I got in mind. Some things that I did with my dogs when I first got them as a puppy. The beautiful part is I'm jumping on it before mine. You know, when I got my dogs, they were 8 weeks old. So the beautiful thing about these dogs are about to be 3 weeks old, so I can introduce them to a lot of more things at an early age. That way, when they go to their forever home, man, they'll be good to go. You know, they'll be your protector, your family. They'll be used to people touching them. That's the last thing you want is when soon as somebody reach and touch a puppy, the puppy is growling at them and biting at them. You know, that's a clear sign that the puppy want to socialize or they want handling the puppy. So that's something what I do every day, every morning. I take the puppy, pick them up, wipe them down with a wipe. So that, and I do that not because they dirty. I do that just to get them used to somebody dealing with them, touching on them. And so, you know, that's one thing, you know, but hey, man, hey, that's what we's on over here at ZuLand Boerboels. So I'm out here chilling with the dogs, man. Like I say, I got Nova and Zeus out here. Yeah, but the main reason why I do that, man, in the morning, to touch them, to feel them so that way they can get used to a human's touch. I mess with their ears, their feet, their tail, their butt, their private, you know, just to make sure that once they get to where they need to go as far as their forever home, that they will be used and familiar with their family member touching on them. The last thing you want is a fearful pup, a pup that's very skittish, because that's a dangerous pup. You know, that way I want to eliminate any type of anxiety. That's why I said when I went in there today, I kinda slammed the top down. The reason being I didn't want to fully slam it down because I want to introduce them to sound slow to build their confidence. Because once a dog has confidence, then that dog is a dog that's at least likely bite somebody out of fear. You know, so that's one reason why I chose to do it. That's why I'm doing it. And that way I can introduce them very early, socializing them as far as to that aspect. You know, it's on the owner once they get the dog to do what they need to do, and as far as to socialize them with different areas, different people, you know, that's the owner's job to get the pup. My job is to make sure once they get the pup, that the pup is healthy, the puppy is not a fearful pup, it's not a scary pup, and that the pup is good around people, and then the rest of the job is on them. So, you know, that's why I choose to do it, man. I think these pups gonna be sound all around, as long as when the owner get them, they do what they need to do as far as properly socializing the dog, training the dog. That's another thing that's key to a large guardian dog. Man, you have to make sure that you train your dog. Make sure that your dog is good with recalls. Make sure that you properly do everything you need to do to make sure that your dog don't do anything out of fear and that obeys you. And you know, you want to have an all-around Boerboel, cool, calm, collective. And that's what both of their parents are. Like I say, if I sit on the porch with my dogs, man, people walk by, they don't bark at them or none of that. But if I bring them in the backyard where they know this is their domain, that same person that they let walk around, that person couldn't walk by their fence, you know, because they know that you're getting too close for comfort. Now, if you're on the other side, as far as you got a nice little distance, then they'll let you be. But if you're too close for comfort, they gonna do their job, you know, and that's what I got them for. You know, if they barking, that means somebody is closer than what they supposed to be. That's all that means. So I know if I look out there and they barking, something back there. But anyway, man, this is Callan with ZuLand Boerboels. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.